The sudden and unexpected death of Lisa Marie Presley took most fans by surprise. It came just a day after she appeared drawn gray and ashen with her mother, Prescilla Presley, at the Golden Globe Awards. However, her death by an apparent heart attack at age 54 may have been the result of a genetic defect which runs in her family that may have also killed her dad, Elvis, grandmother Gladys, and two of her uncles.
It's an ongoing process.
In her book, Destined to Die Young, author Sally Hodel claims that the untimely deaths of Elvis Presley at 42, his mother Gladys at 46, two of her brothers, and now perhaps Lisa Marie Presley, were likely caused by a genetic defect that began with the marriage of Lisa's maternal great-grandparents, Bob and Doll Mansell.
Elvis's maternal grandparents were first cousins. So we see the consequences of that doubling of the gene pool, so to speak, in Elvis's mother. So, I'm a journalist, but also a lifelong Elvis fan. And the question for me was always, why does Elvis die in the same way and with a 4-year period of degenerative health, almost similar age? Elvis was 42, his mother was 46, yet she didn't have the pressures of being a rock and roll star, and she certainly wasn't taking the medication Elvis took. So when I discovered that, first cousin marriage, I thought, well, maybe that answers some questions. So that was kind of the launch pad for the idea for the book. And then, quickly discovered that 3 of Gladys's brothers also die young, between age 46 and 58, heart and liver related issues. And then when it gets to Elvis, who also has a cardiac event, dies at 42, it stops being a coincidence.
Hodel suggests the early deaths in Lisa Marie's family were caused by an alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, a genetic disorder that damages the lungs, liver, and can lead to other health complications. Lisa's dad, Elvis, was found to be a carrier for the alpha-1 deficiency after his death.
We do know that when Elvis passes, largely ignored up into the research of this book, he has disease or disorder in 9 of the 11 systems of the body, long written off because of the prescription medication problem, but at least 5 of those, according to my research and the testimony and evidence that we found, 5 of those were present prior to fame, so it couldn't be the end result of the medication, and most likely since birth. So Elvis had, and his mother carried this gene for alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, usually affects the lungs and the liver, but if your liver is very compromised by it, it can create heart issues as well. And I definitely think there's some genetic heart problems there, because his mother dies of a heart attack, Elvis dies of a heart attack, and now we have Lisa Marie passing at the young age of 54, from cardiac arrest.
Although dependency on prescription drugs for Elvis and addiction to opiates for Lisa are mitigating factors in the deaths of both, it's thought the substance abuse may have been a misguided effort to relieve ailments brought on by the genetic defect, especially in the case of Lisa's dad, Elvis.
And I think the biggest thing is that looking at Gladys and her 3 siblings, so that's 4 people who die in their 40s, early 50s, heart, liver-related issues, and they were not rock and roll stars. They were not taking the medication. And with Elvis too, with his death, it is not an overdose death. It is a very quick death. It is a heart-related death. He had an enlarged heart, which is often a symptom of cardiac arrest. He is self-medicating through a tremendous amount of disease. Even his colon problem alone, which he's kind of known for because he does pass in the bathroom, is there from birth. There is testimony that it is there from birth. So it was a lifelong problem, and even as early as 71, he is complaining about that. He is talking about wanting freedom from constipation, even though he's not bloated yet, and he still looks great and he's dynamic on stage. So to have that lifelong problem, it would have caused a tremendous amount of pain, as you can imagine. That alone, let alone all the other disease and disorder, would have made it very hard to be Elvis.
Yeah, fascinating.
And we know that Lisa suffered from a similar disorder, because she talked about her issues with constipation when she was on Oprah several years ago.
The passing of Lisa Marie Presley is a tragic death, foreshadowed not only by her troubling appearance at the Globes, but also by an often chaotic life and perhaps circumstances beyond her control. Want more breaking stories like this? Well, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, and come back for more of Now with Elliot Francis each week.